Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you through the ABRSM Theory Grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day when you're actually working through your exam paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can like, subscribe and share, that would be fab. And now let's crack on with the last question of paper C from the 2018 practice papers. So if you turn with me to page 14 and we'll have a look at this last question here, last series of questions, all relating back to this little extract of music here. And so I'm hoping you've had a go of this. It doesn't matter if you go wrong, you'll learn more thoroughly by making some mistakes maybe, and then work in pencil and you can just rub it out and have another go. So let's make a start. So the first part, so question A, part 1, we're told that the melody is in the key of G major. We need to name the degree of the scale of the first note of the melody. So let's just look here, we're in the treble clef. So if we're in G major, G is the first, very good. And then this is 1, 2, 3, the third degree of the scale. So there we go. If you're not sure, because sometimes it can just easily happen where you forget to count your first and just to count on upwards. If you wanted to double check that, if you wrote out the degrees of the scale, just write out your scale. Just give yourself an octave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can see that's a note B. And we can see that B is the third, so there's a little double check there. And this will also help you to answer the next question. Is it true or false that bar 3 contains all the notes of the tonic triad of G major? Now we know that the triad is the first, the third and the fifth. So the first, the third and the fifth gives us notes G, B, D. So we're looking for notes G, B, D, first, third, fifth. So is it true or false that bar 3 contains all of these notes? They may be in a different order or they may not be there at all. So we have a G, we have a B, a D and a B again. So actually, yes, it's true. All of the tonic triad notes are present. So true. Is it true that the music gets gradually faster in bar 7? So here we have this term here. So we have to think, what does this mean? Now poco means a little. This is where you've just got to do a little bit of revision. And ral is short for rallentando, which is gradually getting slower. So it's actually gradually getting a little bit slower, not faster. So that's false. And this is where you need to really make sure you've got on top of all of these terms. So let's just do a little bit of revision and we'll give all of these their definitions so that we're fully aware of everything that's going on and we're making full opportunity of this practice paper to give us every ounce of revision. So andante is a tempo direction, and that means at a walking pace, sort of a walking pace is the standard accepted answer there, or to sort of a medium pace, perhaps you might say. So MP is mezzo piano. Piano is quiet, mezzo is moderately or middle, so middle quiet. Cantabile, that means in a singing style. We have a crescendo here, gradually getting louder, and then a diminuendo, gradually getting quieter. We have some slur marks, legato marks there, smoothly played, joined together. We have a diminuendo here, that's the word that represents this symbol here. We have smooth here, legato, and then we have some staccato markings that mean detached. and we've given this the full definition too. So I think we've squeezed every drop of revision out of that little extract now. So let's press on. Oh, actually, if I just also draw your attention to the PDF, in the last section of that, I've given you some revision tips on how to get to grips with learning these performance directions, because as you move on to the next grades, you'll still need to know these. It's a cumulative, so grade 2 is all of grade 1 plus the extras of grade 2. So you could group them thematically, you could even colour code them, and then I give you a little quiz at the end just as a little bit of extra revision there too. So you could go to the PDF for some extra help there too. Right, now we can move on to the next question. So give the time name of the longest note in the melody. So glancing through, so we've got some 2-beat notes. However, the longest is this last one, which is your 4-beat note. And so the time name for that, you could either choose to call it a semi-breve, or you could use the alternative time value names, and that would be a whole note. Either one of those answers would be acceptable. Now then, we need to know how many quavers is the first note of the melody worth. So let's have a look. The first note of the melody is a minim or a half note. So let's diagram that out. So we have a minim, which divides into 2 crotchets, 2 quarter notes. And if we divide again, we're now into quavers or 1/8 notes, and we can see as it divides into 4 quavers, 4/8 notes, because a half plus a half plus is 1, 4 halves is 2. So there we go. So we can answer that as 4. And then this next one, this last question of the paper, is an easy peasy 10 marks if you just take your time and go carefully, because you get 10 marks for literally just copying. So there's no excuse really to throw any marks away here. Make sure you've got a sharp pencil, a rubber just in case you make a little bit of a mess, and a ruler just to keep everything neat and tidy. Now it says make sure you're copying the correct bit. Sometimes it's different bars. Here we're asked from bar 1 to the end of bar 4. So basically we're copying the whole of this top line, and conveniently we're writing on this stave where we can just easily see where we're going. And we've even got a checklist. Don't forget the clef, the key signature, the time signature, the tempo marking, dynamics, and all other details. And so the way I go about this, so that I'm absolutely sure I'm not going to lose any marks, is I keep my bars aligned with theirs. That way I'm not going to lose track where I am, nor am I going to run out of space or squish things up to look untidy. But it's easy to get lost if you don't keep everything aligned, so I'm keeping everything aligned. So I tend to just get the blobs in first, just so everything's nicely spaced. So get all the knots and bolts in place. Key signature, time signature. So let's go through the checklist. We've got the clef, the key signature, the time signature, the tempo marking, so we need andante. If in doubt, just write everything you see. And now I'm going to just do the note heads. You can do it in any order you like. I just prefer to do it this way, just to take everything one step at a time. And that way, if I'm systematic, I know I'm not going to miss anything. And I'm keeping everything reasonably aligned to there so I don't get lost. Just being careful you don't get sidetracked by this bottom line. It's this top line we're after. So rest. So now I'll bother about the stems. Just literally copying what they've done. By all means use a ruler if you feel that will help you to keep it tidy, because you can lose marks just for being untidy and unclear. So now I'm going to put the slur markings in. And now I'm going to put the dynamic markings. So, and all the other bits and bobs. P cantabile, crescendo, By all means use a ruler if that will help you. I'll just be quick here. And then the final one, don't lose that last little bit just at the end of bar 4. And by all means, if you find that it's getting you a little bit lost, why not pop the bar numbers in? You won't get penalised for doing that little bit there, just to help you keep track on where you are. So let's just have a last double check. That's it. That should be everything. So there we go, that should be 10 marks in the bag. And that's the end of that question, and that's the end of that paper. I do hope that's helpful to you. I hope it's helping you with your studies and helping you to get to grips with this grade 1 music theory. I hope that you're enjoying it. I'm certainly enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come, and share with your friends. Please also do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.